yes, I sort of feel in myself that I'd done it all. Astronomy to begin with, perhaps. And even mechanical things like, ships and buildings and architecture in a way. Planning houses even. And physics, science. Even touched chemistry to some extent. And then law and logic and philosophy and then psychology, how to live. And then religion. But from the beginning there was love. And during, through the duration of these things, pursuing love. And even in religion, you could say I went in one door and out the other. But there was transcendence of love. If you were Gnostic, if you weren't, you just got religion, of course, and stayed there in cardboard shapes in the pews. But I didn't. I went out through the spire, not through the front door. And when all said and done, what did I have? What I started with? Love. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Yes, and there was more of the experience too. In work I did some temporary as farming and some temporary as in a fairground place, so to speak, bingo and so on. And insurance, city life, advertising, then teaching, every type, every school in England, and lecturing, and here lecturing in New Zealand too. And in religions, well, I looked at many. Hebrew religion, Christianity, of course. I even attended all sorts of denominations for a long time, and sometimes for years in one denomination, Other religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, studied Buddhism for 10 years. Hinduism before that. Egypt, of course. Ancient Egypt. Religions, wisdom, theosophy and so on. Ancient wisdom, as they like to call it. And sciences, well, I've covered those. But in study, I didn't cover it all. I became an economist. Studied logic, formal logic, degrees in philosophy and religious studies and political science, economics, of course, poverty, international trade, international finance, history, economic history, world history, 19th and 20th century. Even did economic history at school, would you believe, in secondary school. That's how I got into it, I suppose, economics. Yeah. And now, of course, people get bits of everything from the internet, YouTube and so on. That's an amazing teaching thing, really. Just astonishing access to all sorts of things that you wouldn't have otherwise been thinking of. And one way or another, of course, applying to your life. That's the whole point. It affects you, doesn't it? Be careful of the company you keep. It affects you. Are you sure you wish to go this way? Very important, isn't it?
Well, without the negation, you wouldn't know the way, would you? You have to be out of the way to appreciate the way and to find it. Yes. Very simply, you need contrast to appreciate. And if you think of it, growth is that, isn't it? You only know growth in reference to what it was before. And change is meaningless without knowing what it has been. It's like saying something's hot. Well, it's relative to whatever you felt when it was cold. And it's different. So it gives you another dimension of experience. So it is with all these things. They're not in themselves good or bad. They just are what they were at the time. Possibly since we're very myopic, living in the present, that is comparing to the recent past. Although some people spend much time comparing it to the feared future. And those for heavenly bent have a wonderful time because it's only comparing the present to the most magnificent future that they can imagine. And this is life. Change, which is contrast. But we don't hold the past in contempt.